On May 28, 2019, at approximately 6:20 a.m., a South Korean woman was walking home to her apartment in Sillim, Seoul, when a man wearing a camouflage hat began following her. He trailed her through the streets and eventually into her apartment building, entering the same elevator. To avoid suspicion, he pressed a button for a higher floor. CCTV footage from the hallway outside her apartment captured the chilling moment the woman exited the elevator, quickly entered her apartment, and shut the door, just a split second before the man lunged at her. Finding the door locked, he attempted to open it again, then began pacing the hallway and intermittently standing directly in front of her door. At one point, realizing he was being recorded, he lowered his head to hide his face from the camera. He remained outside for some time before finally leaving. The woman immediately contacted police. The disturbing footage was later shared online, where it went viral across South Korea. Authorities soon issued an arrest warrant for the suspect, who was identified as a 30-year-old man known as Joe. After seeing the footage, Joe turned himself in, claiming he had been drunk and couldn't remember the events of that night. Initially, police charged him only with trespassing, citing a lack of physical evidence of an assault or explicit threat, which is required for more severe charges. This decision sparked public outrage. A petition demanding harsher charges gathered over 77,000 signatures. In response, authorities added a charge of attempted rape. According to the Korea Herald, police stated, based on attempts to forcefully open the victim's front door, along with a series of actions, attempted home invasion and rape can be recognized. This next incident also took place in Tokyo, Japan, and bears a striking resemblance to the Akihabara massacre. On October 31, 2021, at around 8 p.m., a man dressed as Batman's arch-nemesis, the Joker, specifically modeled after the version from The Dark Knight, boarded a Tokyo commuter train near Kokuryo Station. Many passengers initially believed it was a Halloween prank, until the man pulled out a knife and stabbed a man in his 70s. Chaos erupted. The train's security cameras captured the unfolding scene, as the train made an emergency stop just a few meters short of the platform. Unfortunately, the doors failed to open properly, forcing terrified passengers to escape through the windows. Meanwhile, the attacker began spraying lighter fluid throughout the carriage and set it on fire, filling the train with smoke. In total, 17 people were injured, one seriously, while the rest suffered mainly from smoke inhalation. The attacker was immediately apprehended by police, and identified as 24-year-old Kyoto Hattori, a drifter who admired the Joker character. Authorities reported that he was unemployed, experiencing relationship issues, and believed that murdering multiple people would result in a death sentence. He chose Halloween due to the expected crowds and was allegedly inspired by an earlier train attack in August 2021, where another man injured 10 people. Hattori admitted to planning the attack for months and said he purchased the knife online. In July 2023, a Tokyo court convicted him of 17 counts of attempted murder and arson, sentencing him to 23 years in prison. On June 2, 2025, at approximately 3:35 p.m., a man and woman were ordering food at a fried chicken outlet on Coconut 2 Street, Tugu Cimanggis, Depok, Indonesia. Suddenly, another man wearing a hoodie and a hat approached the outlet. Without warning, he walked behind the couple and pulled a curved blade from his waistband, pressing it against the man's neck in a threatening attempt to steal his phone. Fortunately, before the assailant could carry out the robbery or cause any harm, a quick-thinking employee of the fried chicken outlet intervened, scaring the perpetrator away. No one was injured during the confrontation. The entire incident was captured on a nearby security camera, providing clear footage of the tense moment. It is currently unknown whether the man was apprehended and brought to justice, or if he remains at large, potentially continuing his criminal activities. On June 8, 2008, Tomohiro Kato, a 25-year-old man from Shizuoka Prefecture, carried out one of Japan's most shocking mass killings in modern history. That Sunday, Kato rented a 2-ton truck and drove to Akihabara, a commercial district in Chiyoda Ward, Tokyo, known for its electronics shops, anime culture, and large weekend crowds. At around 12:30 p.m., during a time when Chuodori, a major street near Akihabara Station, was closed to vehicles for a pedestrian-only zone, Kato intentionally drove the truck into a crowd, striking multiple people. He then stopped the truck in the middle of the intersection, exited the vehicle, and began stabbing random bystanders with a double-edged dagger. The attack was swift and brutal, lasting only a few minutes. In total, 7 people were killed, and 10 others were injured. The scene was chaotic, with people fleeing in all directions as police arrived quickly. Kato was subdued and arrested at the scene within minutes by officers who tackled him to the ground. In the immediate aftermath, footage emerged showing Kato with blood on his face as he was being restrained by police. Television broadcasts across Japan showed graphic footage of the crime scene, including a close-up of the dagger used in the attack. The incident shocked the nation and sparked widespread public debate about violence, mental health, and weapon control. One of the direct legal consequences of the massacre was a change in Japan's knife laws. Double-edged daggers, like the one used by Kato, were subsequently banned in Japan. Following his arrest, investigators discovered that Kato was reportedly isolated and frustrated with his life. He had a history of job instability and had expressed feelings of rejection and worthlessness, which he cited as reasons for his violent intentions. Prior to the attack, he had posted a series of alarming and increasingly detailed messages on online bulletin boards, where he described his plan to carry out a massacre in Akihabara. Kato later confessed to the attack, telling police that he had come to Akihabara to kill people, and that he didn't care who. He claimed he was driven by despair, stating he was tired of life and had no reason to go on. His trial began in 2010, and in March 2011, the Tokyo District Court sentenced him to death. Kato appealed the sentence and even wrote to a 56-year-old taxi driver whom he had injured during the stabbing spree, expressing remorse. However, the appeal was ultimately rejected, and in February 2015, Japan's Supreme Court finalized his death sentence. After spending several years on death row, Tomohiro Kato was executed by hanging on July 26, 2022, at the Tokyo Detention House.
那行，没事吧？快帮忙！快过来！帮我扶着！过来帮忙！
In this next video, CCTV footage captures a woman shopping in a grocery store when an item suddenly falls from the shelf behind her. Believing she may have accidentally knocked it over, she turns around, picks it up, and places it back on the shelf. Moments later, she drops her items, begins moving erratically, and collapses to her knees. A nearby shopper approaches to check on her, only for the woman to unleash a blood-curdling scream. A man in a black t-shirt then enters the frame and appears to perform what looks like a ritualistic exorcism. What follows is a bizarre gust of wind and a temporary distortion in the CCTV feed. As the ritual ends, both a hanging price sign and a basket rack to the right of the frame shift, seemingly moved by an unseen force. The woman's current whereabouts remain unknown. The footage was initially posted to Youku, China's version of YouTube, and was later re-uploaded to YouTube by the channel The Paranormal Scholar. The video quickly went viral, drawing attention from various news outlets. While some viewers believe the footage shows a genuine exorcism, others argue it may have been a medical incident, such as an epileptic seizure or a psychological breakdown.
今日もよかったら
本当に
食べて。
じゃあ。
お分かりいただけただろうか。もはやこの世にはいない彼。ここに映ったものが彼を別の世界へと連れて行ったとでも言うのだろうか。
In this next video, filmed over several days by a group of friends visiting a young boy in a Japanese hospital, everything starts off lighthearted. They're seen chatting, laughing, and keeping the boy company. But things take a chilling turn. In one of the clips, a pale little girl's head suddenly and quickly peeks over the hospital bed before vanishing out of frame. It happens so fast, no one noticed at the time. But when they rewatched the footage later, they were shocked and convinced they had captured something paranormal. Ghost sightings are extremely common in Japan, a country known for its deep-rooted spiritual beliefs and long history of ghost stories. This unsettling moment might just be another eerie addition to that tradition.